Hi, I'm Mark and I'm passionate about English. As I've told you, I'm passionate about music and actually I'm passionate about animals and birds. So here are two more friends you haven't met yet. On my right shoulder is Tweet and on my left shoulder is Mrs. Noddy. There used to be a Mr. Noddy but he died, so these are kind of married now, and they're called budgerigars, or usually in English we say budgie, and they're actually originally from Australia, which also Tina is. Cockatiels and budgerigars originate from Australia. Okay, let's get going. And the first idiom, they don't usually sit on my shoulder actually. They're both rescue birds, which means somebody didn't want them and I offered to look after them or to have them. But Tina I've had since she was a baby. Okay, so here's a nice one. It's on the ball. Now, on the ball means you are quick, you are using your brain, you are being intelligent. So hopefully when I do these lessons I'm on the ball. As I've told you, I just pick out the idiom, the phrasal verb and the collocation at random. So I've got no time to actually think or prepare explanation or an example. So I have to think quickly. I have to be on the ball. Yeah. It can be used, of course, in other examples, but it basically means to respond quickly, to react quickly, to think quickly, to be on the ball. Okay, let's have a phrasal verb. You okay, you two? Yeah. They might be breathing a little bit fast because they didn't really want to come in, and I had a little trouble getting them on my shoulders, so they're probably still recovering slightly, but they're okay. Okay, the phrasal verb is bump into. Now this is a very typical phrasal verb which is extremely useful in English, but often you probably won't learn it in school or from a textbook or so on. So the easiest way is to give you an example. I went down the beach yesterday and I bumped into my friend. Okay, so it means I wasn't expecting to meet him or planning to meet him, but I went down the beach and oh, what a surprise, there's my friend. So another meaning actually is when you are walking along a street and you actually do kind of make contact accidentally. So my shoulder or hits somebody else and you say, oh, I'm very sorry, or excuse me, or I beg your pardon. So that's another meaning of bump into, but the one I'm trying to explain is when you meet somebody accidentally and unexpectedly. You weren't planning to meet them, and it's usually somebody you know. In fact, you could say always somebody you know. So I bumped into my friend at the beach, or I went to a restaurant the other day and I bumped into my mother. Yeah, it just means, oh, hi Mum, I wasn't expecting to see you here, or something. Especially as she doesn't live in Bournemouth, it would be quite a surprise. Okay, so here's a collocation for you. And the collocation is, okay. Okay, it's to catch a cold. Okay, probably you won't find this one so difficult, but yeah, catch is often like if someone throws you a ball, you catch the ball. But we often use this verb with a cold. So I caught a cold last week, or I've caught a cold, or wear your coat, don't catch a cold. So yeah, that's a very easy one. Alright, I've got a couple of jokes from the book again which I've chosen. It's to do with marriage, actually, because I was bringing these two in, so I thought they're sort of friendly, but not brilliant. So the first joke is very short. My wife constantly complains that I never listen to her, or something like that. So women often complain that men don't listen. So he's saying, yes, my wife constantly complains that I never listen to her, or something like that. So actually, that's just showing that he didn't even listen to her when she said it. Okay, so men out there, I recommend you listen to your wife, to your girlfriend. They'll like it. Okay, another short one. Since I got married, I haven't looked at another woman. My wife put me off them. All right. So looked at another woman is I haven't shown interest if we're out. And of course sometimes your girlfriend or wife doesn't like you looking at another woman, and the other way around. I think we had this phrasal verb in another mini lesson. I gave the example of bad breath. So I kissed my girlfriend and she had bad breath. It put me off. But as I said, that's not true, that she has bad breath. So put me off is kind of, makes me feel uncomfortable. Queasy was a word I used. Something you don't like. Oh, there they go. I don't know if they'll come back to me. No. Okay, so basically, he's saying, because we often make jokes about our wife, we kind of make them out to be worse than they actually are. So he's not interested in any more women because he's had such a difficult time or a bad experience with his wife. So he's not interested in women anymore. It's kind of a joke, not so serious, of course. All right, that's your two jokes for today. We had on the ball as the idiom, bump into as the phrasal verb, and catch a cold as the collocation. Okay, bass riff coming up, and it's nearly the end of June, so there won't be any more bass riffs. I'm going to do something else at the end of each lesson, and that will make it a lot easier for me too, because I have to sit on the other sofa, move all the lights around, and so on. So I'm looking forward to the end of June. Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now. Here's your bass riff for today. It's from a very famous American artist. We often use the word artist for musician as well as somebody who paints and draws. He's black and he's very, very, very talented. One of the top artists, well, ever, I would say. Okay, here we go. See if you can recognize this one. Okay, I wasn't so good at doing that one. That's a lack of practice. I need to brush up on my bass playing. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out passionateboutenglish.com. You can find all the YouTube videos, also they're on Facebook. And please share, please comment, please like, please share. Alright, thanks very much indeed. Bye for now.